Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, August 25th. You can hear the heat bugs. It's hot out here. It's 90 degrees right now, and it's a little bit after 11. It's going to be a hot one today. But we have birthdays today. Yesterday we didn't have any birthdays, but today we have a plethora of birthdays. It's Carmen Tado Sully, T-A-D-E-O. It's Carmen's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carmen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Karen K's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Get the cha-cha-chas a little different now. It's also Kathy Irwin Woolsey, whose channel name is Smoky Cat 100. Today's Kathy's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Sunny Virtue's birthday. That's a nice name, Sunny Virtue. I like that. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sunny. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Vivian Curd's birthday, and she's Tamsin Darlin's mother. So Vivian, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vivian. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And also it is Patricia Landis, whose sister's name is Mary. Patricia lives in Michigan. Mary, I think, lives in Ohio. But she asked me if I'd sing to you, Patricia, and I said, of course I'm going to sing to Patricia. But first we have to get this phone. Won't be right back, Patricia. Hold on, hold on. And guess what, Patricia? It was a telemarketer interrupting your birthday song. Can you believe it? The nerve of them. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patricia. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope all of you have a great birthday. I know it's a little breezy out here. That's my wind chime. I had to move the other wind chime. I love the other wind chime, but it's very loud and it's very annoying. Sometimes it's annoying to me, and I love wind chimes. It's just a little too clunky. So I moved it over there, and occasionally you'll hear it, but not that much. But it's kind of breezy today, but it's a hot breeze. It's not like a cooling off kind of a breeze. Yesterday we had our home generator put in, and when we bought it, we knew the guy was handing us a line, but he said it's just going to be a little bit louder than your pool filter. I don't know if you can hear my pool filter in the background, but and it's not really loud, my pool filter. I mean, if I had to run it overnight with my window open, it wouldn't keep me awake. It's just, it's very quiet. Oh my gosh. I'm going to feel like I'm going to be annoying the neighbors. It is loud. It is super, super, super loud. When the guy was putting it in, he says it's about as loud as a lawnmower. No, it's louder than a lawnmower. It's really loud. So I'm going to feel bad. But not so bad that I'm not going to run it if I lose my power. But I just don't like the way it's sitting over there now. I think that it'll involve work for Jim. I think we need to extend our bed out a little bit, our stone bed. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See, my plan is to take it from there and bring it from here over to the box. Let me move over this way. Like, work my way from the box angle like that and fill all of that with stones. So it kind of looks a little bit more natural. Yeah, you know what? Just kind of angle it a little bit to, like, I don't know. I know Jim's not going to do it, but that's what I think it would look a little bit better than it would. It kind of just looks kind of like a little lost soul sitting in the middle of the yard. It's like nobody wanted to play with it, so it's just sitting off all by itself. You got to figure out a way to incorporate it into looking like it belongs, because it doesn't look like it belongs where it's at right now. We're supposed to get storms again tonight. Goes with the weather. And I'm hoping it doesn't rain in the morning because well, first of all, I don't like driving. We know that. Second of all, I don't drive really well in the dark. And we have Denise's appointment. She has to be there for 6:15, which means once again we got to leave about 5:40. The sun doesn't come up until the sun will come up till about 6:45 in the morning. So it'll be like, it's like a different kind of dark in the morning, I think, but it's still dark nonetheless. So at least it's a familiar route that I have to take. That'll make it a lot easier for me, so that'll be better. But anyway, I got that to look forward till tomorrow. But what was nice is I was home by 8:30 last week, so I'm hoping I can be home by 8:30 again, and then I can just go back to bed. Because as much as I tried to go to bed earlier, my body's just attuned to going to bed at a certain time, and I really do try to go to bed earlier when I know I got to get up earlier. But I like when we're going like on a trip, which I don't like. First of all, it's the yin and the yang, I guess. As like when we go to Minnesota, my cousin Lynn comes from Toronto. Oh, those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end, but they did. It's been 2 years since I've seen her. Right? I didn't see her last summer. It's been almost 2 years, which is, I don't like saying that out loud. That sounds terrible. I mean, I see her on Zoom all the time, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's been forever. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, so when we go to Minnesota to see my cousin Paul, who is her brother, he lives in Duluth. It's about a 12 or 13, about 13 and a half hour drive, because we stopped twice. We stopped to eat twice along the way, and then, get gas, bathroom breaks, all that blah, blah, blah stuff. But, so they usually come here from Toronto on Friday nights, and then we go to bed, and then we get up early, and then we leave. So sometimes we try to leave by 5 or 6 in the morning, which is early, especially when I don't usually go to bed till 1 or 2. But what I like about that is that when I get in the car, I fall back to sleep, and then I've really like knocked off 3 hours out of my trip because I've been sleeping for like 3 hours. So I get there in my thought 3 hours sooner. So I do like that portion of like doing that. I don't even know how I got on that subject. Oh well, we got there. I don't know how we got there, but we got there. Oh, talking about going to bed early, going to bed late, and all that. But so anyway, but my plans for today are to have a healthy breakfast. I'm going to have 2 slices of my Carb Smart toast, which is only 1 point. This really, my girlfriend who's a diabetic said she can't eat it because she says it tastes like eating cardboard. I don't find that to be true. I love it. I love the bread. But I think, each person has their own taste. But I'm going to have that with some, a teaspoon of peanut butter on one of them, and then maybe a half a tablespoon of jelly on the other one. And then my eggs, and I'm going to have a grapefruit because my grapefruit's starting to get a little soft because I haven't had grapefruit in a while. Have you noticed that? I haven't had a grapefruit in a little bit. And then I have a 5:20 appointment to bring Jim's computer in to find out about, I think he has a virus, his laptop. So we're going to bring, not his laptop, his iPad. So we're going to bring that in. Now, it's not even called a laptop, and it's not called an iPad. What is it called when you have an Android? A notebook? Is it a notebook? Well, it's an Android iPad, which is not an iPad, which I know is an Apple. I think it's a tablet. So anyway, we got to bring that in for him. And then I think I'm going to go to Panera's, and I'm going to get a half of a Asiago turkey sandwich, which is 8 points. And then I'm going to get a cup of the 10 vegetable soup, which I actually love, which is 1 point. So that'll be a 9-point dinner. So that's like right in my range. My goal, I told you lately, my new goal is to eat healthy. And so I was looking up some things, and I found 10 tips for healthy eating. So I thought I'd share them with you because they're pretty obvious tips. But, it never hurts to remind ourselves, as I say. The first one, after I just got done telling you that I'm going to Panera's for my dinner, is number 1 is to cook at home more often to avoid the processed foods. True. But I can make a sandwich at home, so it's the same difference in my mind, I'm thinking. That was, like talking about that. Yesterday, I don't understand why that meal was so high in points. And the only thing I can think of is the sodium, because it had like 350 things of sodium in it. It was like really high. But it was a grilled piece of chicken with this little, I would say, a slice of cheese on the top, if that. But even if I give it the whole 4 points for an ounce of cheese, or a quarter cup of cheese. And then the Spanish rice, and then it had salsa on top, because they don't have the pico. They didn't have the picos, so they had to substitute salsa for it. And then it had just a couple tortilla strips, hardly any. So how that got to be 32 points, I don't know. I don't understand that, unless they're counting the sodium, because it was so high in sodium. But it was very good. It was very filling. Could have been a little spicier, but I would order it again. Back to our healthy eating tips. Number 2, enjoy your meals without multitasking. I think what they mean by that is just to sit down and concentrate on your meal. I have to really work at this, because I very rarely, well, Jim and I, when we eat dinner, we sit at the table together, but we have the TV on watching the news or something, like, because we eat about 6:30, so the evening news is on, so we watch the evening news while we're eating dinner. But we do have a conversation. We talk about the news and stuff like that. But I think what they're saying is just to concentrate on what you're eating, and that would make all the difference in the world. Number 3 is listen to your body. I need to follow this one more often. Eat when you're hungry. Stop when you're satisfied. You have to remember that it takes a couple seconds, maybe minutes even, before it gets to your brain to remind you that, you know what, we're done. Stop. Whoa. Like in the lifeboat, it's got enough water. We're done. Start scooping. Get it out. Number 4 is eat at regular times. I pretty much do eat regular times. I don't usually eat my first meal till like between 1 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I usually eat my dinner between 6:30 and 8 o'clock at night. I know old people are supposed to eat our dinner like at the early bird special time. I think because I don't go to bed till 2 or 3, that's why I like eating so late. Now, if I went to bed at 10 or 11, then that's definitely too late to eat a dinner. But for me, staying up as late as I do, that seems to work for me. Number 5 is to plan healthy snacks. Have those little things ready for you. Have the little cut up vegetables, the fruit trays, whatever you need. Like, there's a bee buzzing my water. It's my water, not their water. I'm not going to share. Anyway, I have something healthy. I have I have a jar of nuts, but right next to it I have a quarter cup measuring cup, because before I would just grab some and snack and grab some and snack. So now what I do in the morning when I think nuts is going to be my snack of the day, I scoop out my quarter cup of nuts and I set it right next to the jar, so that during the day I might grab a nut or two. You don't realize how many, because I always thought, well, I'm just taking a couple now. I'm just taking a couple, when my quarter cup is gone, I'm thinking, it's gone already? That just shows you that I was eating too many nuts. Number 6 is to eat a variety of fruits and vegetables at your meals. Well, Sandy's got the fruits covered. Without a doubt, I got the fruits covered. I am trying to eat a little bit more vegetables. I love vegetables. I just need to eat them more often. Number 7 is to eat whole grains more often. I can do that. I really can. I love my Cheerios. Sometimes I like to just snack on Cheerios. That's pretty much good grain to have. Number 8 is eat fish twice a week. Now I have fish on Fridays. I have tuna fish. I'm not a big, fish and chips. I could eat fish and chips every single day of the week, but let's face it, I'm not really that enthused about the fish. I'm just eating the batter on the fish. But I will eat just the fish. And I have tried to eat fish. I never know what's the best day of the week to buy the fish fresh. I always get confused on that, because I know that there's certain days at the market that it's a better day to buy the fish. So if you can let me know in the comments below, what is the best day of the week to buy the fish? Now, I would think Fridays, since most Catholics still eat fish on Fridays. But then, I don't know. I think Mondays would be the worst day, because I think it's left over from the weekend. But anyway, but they say eat fish twice a week. Number 9 is to include legumes in your meal, which would be your beans, your nuts, your seeds, your lentils, your chickpeas. all of that good stuff. And number 10 is don't be afraid to have fats in your diet. I know we hear the word fat. Ooh, that just throws us off. But we all need fats in our diet. We definitely need fats in our diet. So choose olive oil or canola oil. Obviously you don't want to eat the hydrogenated, the bad oils. You don't want to eat those. But there's healthy oils that you can have, and you should have them in there. And just as a side note, don't eat less, just eat right. If you eat the right foods, you can eat a lot of food. I mean, I think I overdo it with my fruit, I know that, but if you eat the proper amounts if you eat an apple, it's going to take you a while to eat that apple, and you're going to feel satisfied longer, and it'll have time for your brain to your brain and your stomach to communicate to each other, okay, we're full. If you're eating Cheetos out of the bag, forget it. You're just going to keep eating Cheetos out of the bag, and you're not going to wait. You're just going to do it. And always remember, you are what you eat. So don't be fast or cheap. You're not a fast or cheap person. So I don't care what anybody says, it costs more to eat healthy. It really does. I know they'll say, no, really, you're just looking at a different percent. No, it costs more to eat healthy. But in the long run, it costs you less because you're not paying as much in medical bills. Because everybody, just about, I know, has a copay of some sort on their health insurance, if you have health insurance. Even with Medicare, you need a secondary insurance because Medicare doesn't pay for everything. So try to choose the better foods, and don't be so cheap. Sure, I could go to McDonald's and get a burger for $1. Can I? Yeah, I think they have a dollar menu, don't they? I haven't been to McDonald's for a $1 menu. But anyway, you get my point. Do you want to spend the $1 on a hamburger that's kind of like really high in fat and the bun and all of that, when for $1 you could probably get an apple? And I know you think an apple or a McDonald's burger. I know, that's kind of a hard choice, for me at least. But the apple is the smarter choice. And just remember that your food, I like this quote, your food can be the most powerful medicine that you have or the slowest form of poison. Just think of all of the additives. I really think that the reason there's so many kids now with ADD and all of that is all the additives that are in the food. When I was a child, way back in the olden days, I couldn't get my strawberries all year round. I couldn't get them because there was nothing in, you got them when they were in season. You ate foods that were in season. And even foods on the shelf, bread didn't last as long as it does now. And milk doesn't last as long as it does now. Because we had a milkman, we actually had a milkman deliver milk to our house twice a week. And we weren't the richest people in the world. I mean, we were pretty poor, but we still had our milk delivered twice a week. And that was only because it expired so quickly. I bought some cottage cheese the other day, last week as a matter of fact, and it had a 5-week expiration date on it. I don't, there's something in there holding that things together. So just try to eat, if you eat more natural things, like things that you've grown yourself, you know what I'm talking about. Healthy foods. Eat your healthy foods. It's going to be the better medicine for you than the poison that the Cheetos are. Although a Cheeto can solve that little, what do you call it, craving. But it's like a slow form of poison. It really is. And always remember, if you don't find the time to get healthy, you better find the time to be sick. Because if you can't eat healthy and you can't take care of your body's going to pay you back. That karma. You throw out good, it come back good. You throw out bad, comes back bad. That's what I believe. So, all right, let's see what I'm going to have to eat today. And then this is getting to be a pretty long video. Apologize, but it is what it is. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right, for breakfast, it's a little heavy on the fruit again. I know, I'm trying. Today is Tuesday, August 24th. I have 32 weeklies left because I used 10 of my weeklies yesterday. This should be say daily, 23 daily. But anyway, your quote is, your health is an investment, not an expense. Your breakfast is 0 for my egg, berries, grapefruit, banana, and tea, 0 points. 1 point for my 2 slices of Aunt Millie's toast. 3 points for tablespoon of strawberry preserves, 1 point for a teaspoon of Jif peanut butter, and 1 point for my 2 slices of center cut bacon. It's a 6-point breakfast. Happy with it. Let's go eat. Well, I forgot to show you my sandwich, but let me tell you, as we say in my family, disappointed. It was bad. It was supposed to be a turkey avocado BLT is what it was supposed to be, with chipotle mayo on it, with the greens and a tomato. I got turkey and greens and a tomato that was like the end tomato with like the nub of the tomato on it. No avocado, no chipotle mayo, no bacon. I was pissed because they're not cheap at Panera. And then I stood in line because the drive-thru is the only thing that's open, and that was forever and a day, even with that. And you can't even order it online. Some places you can order it online so that when you get up there, you can have the carry. They don't do that there because they can't keep help. So it was but the soup was good. I'll give you that the soup was good. So we'll see. I got to get up early tomorrow morning, like I told you earlier, to drive Denise for her cataracts. So I'll be getting up about 5 o'clock. And we're supposed to get storms tonight and into the morning. Excuse me. So I'm hoping it doesn't rain in the morning because I don't like driving, first of all, but I especially don't like driving in the rain. But at least it's not that far, so that'll make up for it. And then my sister Mary, she's the one that at the cottage with the hat and everything, that she was on all my videos every day. She could use some prayers. So if you could pray for my sister Mary, I would really appreciate it. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.